And the thought of the company actually started by wanting to make like a shoebox, just a trendy shoebox. Someone who collects shoes, you can have nice shoe boxes in your room. Because my shoe boxes in my house always used to fall sideways because I had so many, they used to go like that. So I had to like lean them up against things. And when I looked into it, it didn't work. And then Mallet come out. I wanted to make a shoe. I just wanted a one-off shoe for myself. And it ended up, everything just come into place.
Yeah, but how does a young man take an idea about wanting to make a shoe and actually have a shoe in his hand?
Because I weren't going to settle for anything less.
So what was the process of that?
I was on a night out.
So they can hear that.
I was on a night out with a guy who actually ended up winning Love Island, yeah? Nathan, his name was. And me and him worked together. He was like my apprentice, fuck knows how, because I wasn't good at any trade, yeah? But me and this guy used to sit in a dirty old loft on a building site, look at each other and go, how are we going to get off this? Like listening to music, watching Rick Ross videos, yeah? Just like looking at it, gassed. Anyway, when I went on the show, Nathan went on Love Island and ended up winning it. So me and Nathan out one night, we've been close friends forever, and he's introduced me to a friend of his who lives in Turkey. And I just remember him saying on that night out, yeah, I do manufacturing, that's what I do. But I just didn't have Mallet in mind at that time. I didn't know what manufacturing was even. It was a few weeks later, I said, hey, Nathan, remember that guy who we saw out the other day? He had a bit of class about him. Get him to text me, see if he can make me a one-off shoe. Because I'd worn a shoe the day before for a photo shoot, and I went to buy them, and they was like 700 quid. I never had the money. I thought, I want to make them for myself. So can you do it? Turns out he could make it, and he found me a factory.
Oh, that is
And
so
it happened,
powerful.
we met in Islington, in his offices. It turned out he had offices in Islington, like from the plot where we're from.
Where you're from.
And it was like, wow. And this guy taught me a lot. He's the same age as me, but he come from a business background, yeah? He's still my business partner to this day.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot, like, how to carry myself, because I didn't have them manners.
Okay.
And when I said, can you make me this one-off shoe? He said, yeah, no problem. Calm guy, man. He said, but let's talk terms. Put his pen down, his phone down. How do you want to do this? I said, well, bring me the stuff and we'll see. Turned up with these products, and that was it. As soon as I touched it, I knew it was there. I said, you ready to go to work with this or what? He said, let's go. All right, we need some money. How are we going to find it? Oh, I might be able to lend a bit of money, a teeny amount. I know, look, we can get a little warehouse, had a leaky roof. We can keep some stock in there. So we bought 100 pairs. That was my first investment.
Where was the trust element? Did you just naturally just say, let's
Listen,
do it without any like signing stuff, paperwork?
I didn't have no plan B at the time.
I hear you.
So you can go and you think worst case scenario, but if someone looks at you in the eye around the table and brings you the product, he can't sell that product without me, and I can't get that product without him. So if we're a partnership, how are we going to make this happen?
That's right.
It's been a success. And the whole mindset thing just kept on coming into play. I was getting let downs. I was getting no, it didn't work to start with. We had 100 pairs. We had sizing issues. That was all our money that we owed. We had to pay that money. And I remember sitting there just thinking, this needs to work. And if this don't work, I'm done.
What's the period of things just not going right and the way you thought they
Years.
was going to go? Really?
Years.
Bro?
I think 2 years, you know. I think the first year was a write-off. Why we're going to wear that prick from TOWIE's items. They're overpriced. And then second year, I had a stylist called Vivian, very, very, very close friend of mine, stylist for will.i.am.
Okay.
Will wants some of your stuff. Will wore him on The Voice, wore him in the advert of him walking. And it didn't make it blow, but I had that little thing about him for my Instagram to say, look, will.i.am's wearing them.
Yeah.
And then we made this one shoe, yeah? We was earning nothing, mate. Like, nothing. The website, I could fabricate it and make it look like it's the best brand in the world because I'm a salesman. We weren't doing nothing. It was going to the office once a week to send out the week's orders, which is about 3 orders, yeah?
On the outside, it looked
The
like...
outside looks like we've got a big thing, and that's how you have to make it look. You have to back yourself, don't you?
That's right.